FLINT304-4405 to schedule your broadcast
and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Soccer fans, and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku.
All for packages starting at just $2.99.
Don't miss a moment of the action.
National Soccer Network on Roku.
Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind.
Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics,
Letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail.
whether it's a championship win or a legendary play.
NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate.
Call 586-304-4405
And start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time.
Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages.
Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs.
From high-quality production to exceptional coverage,
We ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today
call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast.
and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Soccer fans, and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku.
All for packages starting at just $2.99.
Don't miss a moment of the action.
National Soccer Network on Roku.
Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind.
Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics,
Letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail.
whether it's a championship win or a legendary play.
NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate.
Call 586-304-4405
And start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time.
Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages.
Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs.
From high-quality production to exceptional coverage,
We ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today
call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast.
and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Hello, everybody, and welcome here into Grand Blanc, Michigan for this friendly matchup, the Flint City Bucks and Inter Detroit. You're watching it live on WNEM here in Saginaw, as well as on the National Soccer Network on YouTube and Roku TV. My name is Jonathan Turner, alongside Dan Stickrat. We are moments away from the kickoff here on a very hot Saturday evening. 89 degrees, Dan, as we bring it now here into our press box. And Dan, we talk about this matchup. Is this a David versus Goliath? What kind of matchup is this?
Well, it might be a little bit like that. Flint City Bucks is everyone that follows that team. They've been around for 30 years now. They're one of the top teams annually in the USL League Two. They got to the national quarterfinals a year ago. They're one of the top teams in the Great Lakes division of USL League Two this season as well. Inter Detroit, down a little bit this year. They're off to just a one-win, one-tie season thus far. We're getting close to the tail end of June. So two teams having completely different types of seasons in their respective leagues, and we'll see if Inter Detroit can try to right the ship. Flint City Buck, a very deep team as well, close to 40 players on their master roster. They're using several key reserves here tonight.
That there, we'll send it back out now to the field. They are announcing the players there, and we'll pass this off the public address announcer here in Grand Blanc. We'll be back here after the national anthem, talk about starting lineups and much more.
Number 6, Edwin Gomez-Ruiz. Number 4, Ryan Bovey. Number 15, Grand Blanc High School alum, Spencer Nolf. Number 25, Grand Blanc High School alum, Tyler Philpott. Number 9, Nicholas Okoro. Number 27, Evan Baker. And starting in goal, number 30, Grand Blanc High School alum, Jackson Harchek. Inter Detroit is coached by Jorge Medina. And now, the starting lineup from your Flint City Bucks. From London, England, number 3, Roman Kedgley. From Wednesbury, England, number 5, Ellis Jones. From Flower Mound, Texas, number 7, Woody Pondeka. From Wellington, New Zealand, number 12, Thomas Rambo. From Medina, Ohio, number 14, Cole Werthmuller. From Hitra, Norway, number 15, Ola Arntzen. From Canfield, Ohio, number 18, Jack Roman. From Paris, France, number 19, Emmanuel Dennis. From Toulon, France, number 21, Matteo Brossel. From Itasca, Illinois, number 28, Matt Zuchinski. And starting in goal, from San Luis Potosi, Mexico, number 1, Gerardo Fonte. The Bucks are coached by Paul Doro. Your officials for tonight's match: head referee Jeremy Valentine, assistant referees Elise LaCour and Michael Smith, and your fourth official, Walter Centeno. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please stand and remove your caps as we honor America and those defending our country with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Latina Martin of the Flint Institute of Music. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Flint Institute of Music, and we are moments away from getting this matchup underway. We'll take a look here at your match officials. Jeremy Valentine is assisted by Elise LaCour, Michael Smith, and Walter Santino is the fourth official. We'll take a look here now down at the starting lineup now for Inter Detroit. They call home Waterford Mott High School. They're coached by Georgia Medina. And we'll look here starting in goal for them today is Jackson Hartchick from Grand Blanc, Michigan. You've got Ryan Bovey, Joey Lanquillo, Edwin Gomez-Ruiz, Nicholas Okoro, Spencer Noliff, Andrew Smuddick, Tyler Philpott, Evan Baker, and Sebastian Piakowicz, all in the 11 today. They'll be in a 4-4-2 lineup. Anyone there, Dan, strike out at you here on this lineup?
Tyler Philpott is another Grand Blanc grad. He started playing at Grand Blanc High School before flipping over to Mardar MLS Next Academy. He's currently on the roster as a forward at Western Illinois University. He's a very, very talented target up top for Detroit.
We'll now take a look here at Flint City Bucks, historic Flint City Bucks. They're coached by Paul Doro. And in goal here today, not a familiar face for this season. We've seen a lot of another goalkeeper here in behind in the net, but Gerardo Fonte is in goal here today from San Luis Potosi, Mexico. But we got Roman Kedgley, Ellis Jones, Woody Pondeka, Thomas Rambald, Cole Worthmuller, Ola Arnston, Jack Roman, Emmanuel Dennis, and Mac Zakzemski, all in the 11 today. They'll play a 3-5-2, again with that Paul Doro-led team.
These are all reserves in the 2025 season for the Flint City Bucks. We talk about goalkeepers. Gerardo Fonte has been the number 2 keeper this season, but number 2 and number 3 keepers for Flint City Bucks haven't seen a lot of action in the USL League 2. This is a chance for one of these goalkeepers to stand up and shine here, maybe earn some more minutes in the second half of the 2025 season.
That it is a moments away from getting this game underway. Flint City will be in their red kits here, going left to right on your screen. Inter Detroit will be in their all black, going right to left. What a beautiful day it is out there, Dan. 89 degrees. There is not a cloud in the sky. Wind gust, though, 33 miles an hour. I guess, hey, when you're under a heat advisory like we are until Tuesday, having that wind, not so shabby.
Well, we've seen the weather kind of become pure Michigan here in the last week. It's been hot. It's been cold. We've had a ton of rain the last 3 days. That finally cleared up overnight. But you look at the facilities here at Grand Blanc, the last 4 years or so, they have revamped all of their outdoor facilities. This brand new stadium, which opened up about 2 years ago, there is a practice field just around the corner, a new auditorium for the swimming and diving team. They have a soccer-only stadium built on the south end of campus where the main football field used to be. There's new softball and baseball diamonds, so they've done it right here at Grand Blanc. Some of the better facilities here on the eastern half of Michigan.
Moments away from getting this game underway. Comments on the YouTube channel. You want to get involved in the comments. You can also get involved in the poll right now as well. Right now 11 total votes have come in. 64% of you have Flint coming away with the victory here today. 27% of you have Inter Detroit. YT Ultrasonic says, I wish I could hear more wind. I'm not sure if that's a euphemism or not, but maybe he's asking us to turn the wind down. I don't know, but we are about to get it away, and here we go, live here this Saturday evening from Don Batchelor Stadium in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrad. Happy to have you watching here this afternoon and evening. It's Flint City Bucks in Inter Detroit. Matthew Kapala is saying, nice to be off Sports Engine and have the chat back. Well, there you go.
Yep. I've heard that a few times this spring and summer as well.
All played up into the 18. Zakebski was the target. This is when it'll roll out of touch. Let's take a look here at Inter Detroit. They've in their profile, what they've done so far this season, they call the Midwest Premier League their home during the regular season. They're 1-4-1. They are struggling. This is a team, though, that has had a lot of success in that league. They actually won it back in 2023. 8 goals for so far, 13 goals against, -5 in differential, and they're currently sitting 8th in Great Lakes Division, in that East Division.
Yeah, it's not been a typical team for Inter Detroit. They've been one of the better sides in that entire league, especially the Great Lakes Division here in the last several years. kind of rebuilding a little bit here in 2025.
Roman looking to go inside for Rambold, and now here comes Inter Detroit up that far side. It's a good battle, and now this ball be played out of touch.
FLINT is the official printing sponsor of the Flint City Bucks.
Take a look here now at Flint City. They call USL League 2 in the Great Lakes Division their home as well, and they currently sit second in the Great Lakes. They've got 15 points. Midwest United currently sitting atop the table in that league. 15 goals for, 5 goals against. They're plus 10. Very, very much like the on brand for the Flint City Bucks.
This is only Flint City's second non-conference match. They did beat Toledo Villa 2-1 back in early May. Inside that league, they're kind of in a cluster with 3 or 4 teams. Not much separates.
This ball is fired towards that far post. And my goodness, that almost snuck its way in. I believe it was Ryan Bovey who took the shot.
Bovey, a current player at Saginaw Valley State University, grew up at Clarkson High School, about 30 miles south of Grand Blanc. All-state midfielder for the Wolves just a couple years ago.
All be played around the back line of the Bucks. Roman play it back. Pondeka, and now maybe the ball went out of play. Yes, it did. Should be thrown in here by Smudek. Livonia, Michigan product. Smudek also went to Inter Journeyman. Now Roman looks to play it towards top of the 18. That's one back by Inter Detroit. Can you tell Bianca to actually, we need to have these guys zoom in more. I'm having a hard time seeing. We need to have them. Ball way back now to Fonte. Calls Northwest Nazarene University his college home. San Luis Potosi, Mexico is what we talked about in the opener. We've seen Jakub Grizak as the main goalkeeper for the Flint City Bucks through their first 7 games here so far this season. Last year, they were undefeated going into the last game of the season, and they fell to, I'm sorry, second to last game, they fell to UNFC Macomb. That was their lone loss leading into the playoffs. Now a counterattack, Bovey looking for Evan Baker. Baker down by the end line, puts it into the 18. It was a loose ball. Good battle, and now the ball is cleared up towards midfield and one in the air. Rambold now has 2 defenders. Inter Detroit, again, struggling so far this season. Rambold makes his way down towards the end line, looking at putting it across. The shot by Kedgley is covered up by the goalkeeper and Harchick.
Harchick is one of 3 Grand Blanc High School graduates in the starting lineup tonight. We already talked about Tyler Philpott, Spencer Nolf, grew up in the Grand Blanc area as well. He graduated from Oakland University here just a couple of years ago.
Harchick will take his time and play this ball up well over midfield. So Pondeka from Flower Mountain, Texas. Mercer University product. Rambold from New Zealand and University of Wisconsin in the Big Ten. Now Kedgley down that near side, puts it across, a dangerous ball. I believe Harchick did get a touch on that, and he did, as it will go out for a throw-in. But a beautiful look here at this campus, Dan. We had a chance to go out there, I believe, last year and cover a game, but not in the stadium. We did it off behind the field house there.
There's a practice field where soccer, football, and the actual marching band for Grand Blanc. Just around the corner to our right, this is that new auditorium they opened up 2 years ago. Beyond that, there is a new track stadium. There is a soccer stadium where the old football stadium used to stand. They'll be using some of that for Grand Blanc games as well. Several new baseball and softball diamonds well off to our right or behind us. So this has been a great revamp.
Ooh, the ball is making its way into the 18. Out comes Harchek. Good chase there from Rambold. So we'll roll it out. On the bench side here tonight for both these teams, they find themselves on the east side of the field. I guess you could say east maybe. I don't know if it's exactly east-west, but maybe more like a northeast, Dan. I mean, the way this sits in the city, it's, by the way, it is an unbelievable facility. I mean, when you drive up and you see this stadium, I mean, our description of it is not going to give it justice. It is, I don't know the exact amount of seats. I think it seats 10,000 people.
Yeah,
pretty darn close.
If you took Michigan and kind of split it in half, this on the eastern half of Michigan, this is one of the better stadiums on this side of the state. It does rival some of the big stadiums you see out at Rockford High School, East Kentwood, Hudsonville, some of the others out in the Grand Rapids area. This is a very spectacular complex. Working on here the last 3.5, 4 years.
So Bovey will put this one back in for Inter-Detroit. Ball comes into the 18. Still up. Fighting again and finally headed away. And now here come Flint City. A team that's very patient on the attack, but also can get up and down the field quickly. Ball played inside. Ball pushed back out wide. A shot is fired up and over. Rambold had a chance, and it looked as though maybe it was deflected. No, they did not get deflected. I know there'd be a conversation about whether or not that was touched by a player for Inter-Detroit.
Great scoring chance for Flint City Bucks. Just see how quickly they had numbers down the field. A 3-on-2 advantage. That pass was slotted over to Rambold. Rambold just a little bit too high on the shot, but great way of getting the ball downfield in about 10 seconds and getting a shot off from about 20 yards out.
So ball played in off the goal kick and put back into the Inter-Detroit side of the pitch. All played to that far side. A good touch. Now shot it in! Wow, second touch strike on that far side. It's put in the back of the net. Jack Roman, number 18, giving Flint City a 1-0 lead in the 10th minute.
Great switch of fields. Roman gets loose on that far left corner of the box, sends it home. Flint City buzzing around the net here the last couple minutes.
What a strike as this ball comes in. My goodness. So Jack Roman, number 18 from the University of Akron, Canfield, Ohio. That ball, just where it was shot from, almost Toledo, Dan. Being that he from Ohio.
And that shot had plenty of pace on it. Great effort by Roman. Again, the Flint City Bucks, they do not pull a lot of their players from the state of Michigan. They do have players from the state on their master roster. They pull them from all over the country. Flint City's had several players from the University of Akron on their rosters here, especially in the last decade.
Something we talk about too is, when you start talking about the matchup here, Dan, and of these two teams, if you're in Detroit, your goal is to is to get the to a halftime in a tie or 0-0, minimize any potential damage, right? And here, you're 10 minutes in, you're down 1-0, and to be fair, you've had some chances here so far in this game, as Bovey will have another chance here. Once again, a very similar free kick here a few minutes ago. This ball comes in. Out of play it will go. Still on that far side, but the flag does go up for offside.
First time of the night, either team whistled for a player in an offside position. It's now in the 13th minute. City with a 3-1 overall shots advantage so far in this game. 2-0 with shots on frame. No corner kicks so far for either side.
All played back. Apologize, there are some numbers from Inter Detroit that do not match what was sent to us today. Try and see if we can get that corrected. Now, a lot of times in this environment, you'll see teams make changes based on, their preference or what's available in the bag.
Teams that play in the spring and summer in that amateur pre-professional space, you'll see rosters of 25, 30, 35, even close to 40 players that'll rotate throughout the months of April, May, June, and July. Obviously, you try to play your best players in huge league matches. Players sometimes aren't always available. They might arrive a little bit late. Sometimes once you get in July, some of the colleges are asking their players to report back to their respective campuses, even though their summer seasons aren't complete. This is a non-conference friendly, so this gives both teams a chance to go deep into their wheel of talent. Get some more players playing time.
It's one of those things, maybe the numbers stand just the way they read. Maybe because of the style of font. It looks like maybe it's a different number than what it is. This ball will go out for a goal kick. If you're just joining us, a 10th minute goal from Jack Roman from Canfield, Ohio. So far, all the difference in this one. Second shot of the game, finding the back of the net. First one sailed up and over from Thomas Rambold. Jack Roman going to the University of Akron, a well-known Division I soccer program that's won some national championship in the past. Now, I believe they call Missouri. Are they in the Big East now? I know they used to be in the MAC. It's a good ball into space.
Yeah, they are in the Big East just for men's soccer only. There is still women's soccer, a conference schedule in the Mid-American Conference. So 4 teams went over to the Missouri Valley Conference here a couple of years ago, including Western Michigan University and then Akron, which is kind of in the eastern part of Ohio. Go over as an honorary member of the Big East just for men's soccer here just a couple of years back.
So Kedgley. Good work, and that one's fired and goes just over again. Thomas Rambold. That's his second laser of the game that goes just up and over. That left foot is extremely dangerous.
Even though Flint City may not be starting the regular top 11 here tonight, there is still a ton of talent on the field here tonight. Several NCAA Division I players up and down the roster dressed for tonight's matchup. Look at the likes of Wright State University, Wisconsin, Dayton, Mercer, Oral Roberts. 3 Wisconsin players, a couple from Oral Roberts, Akron, University of New Hampshire, Utah Valley State, Niagara University, and so on and so on. They spare no expense of bringing in top level players each and every year.
In Detroit trying to find an answer to that 10th minute goal. And again, we talk about this Inter Detroit side and their history, right? They're from Metro Detroit. They really kind of called, I would say like the downriver was where they would find their home games, right? They played a lot of their games down, and I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, it was
Gabriel Richard.
Gabriel Richard here 2 or 3 years ago. They moved up to Waterford last year.
We used to broadcast their games down at Great Gabriel Richard, as well as Waterford Mott last year. And but yeah, great history. They initially competed in the UPSL, made significant strides. They include the Midwest Premier League East Division title in 2022. Then the success continued in 2023, where they clinched the Great Lakes East Conference Championship. They did that out in Lansing at Lansing Common, and they beat Lansing Common on their own home field to win that game and to win that championship. But beyond the pitch, Inter Detroit's deeply involved in community initiatives, as well as particularly through their futsal program, ID Futsal. This program aims to mentor and develop young players, ensuring a sustainable future for soccer in the region. So, they're looking to grow. I mean, Edwin Jimenez, who's done a great job with that, as this ball's played into the 18, now cleared up towards midfield, does a great job. He's got big picture ideas for Inter Detroit.
A big part of the explosion of that amateur pre-professional soccer ecosystem. You look at the last decade for both men's soccer and women's soccer, literally a couple thousand teams and a wide variety of amateur leagues across most states in the country, even a little bit of leagues dip into southern Canada, northern Mexico as well. But it's a great opportunity for players of all levels of college soccer to be able to play in high competitive games end of April through May and June and into July. A lot of the league will have their postseasons in July or early August.
Zakemski finding Kedgley. Kedgley, good cutback on his left foot. Back to Zakemski. Plays it towards that back post. Touched. Now a shot fired, but right at Harchick. Believe that was Cole Worthmuller who put that shot in. That did not get enough of that one, Dan, as Medina, Ohio native unable to get enough power behind that shot and put it into the back of the net. Good ball in from Roman as well.
Worthmuller is Wright State University down in Dayton. He's from Medina, Ohio, about 35 miles straight south of Cleveland, kind of on the southern end of the metropolitan Cleveland area.
Player down for Inter Detroit. Advertise with NSN to reach a wide audience through live soccer broadcasts. We offer customized ad packages, including 30 and 60-second commercials placed across our soccer streams. Boost your brand's visibility and engage with fans in real time. Scan the QR code on your screen or call 586-304-4405 today and get your business in the game. One of 46 broadcasts being produced here today by the National Soccer Network, whether that be on YouTube or Roku TV, as you have a chance to be in front of hundreds of thousands of people each and every weekend, as the official hydration break taking place here right just before the halfway point of this first half. Some comments coming in on the YouTube channel, Dan, some good ones. Matthew Kapala says, any thoughts on top division Midwest United and their use of overage players, in some cases coaches at the club, and what is essentially a youth development league? You know, the reality is, while there might be some, I would say, some towing the lines maybe in that mythology, the reality is this is semi-professional soccer, and you know, the goal, regardless of whether or not you're creating a pathway for a younger player or for an older player, it's to create a pathway for a player to find their way to the next level. And so while a lot of us might be used to seeing the college player, you know, maybe even the youth player who's excelling at that level, seeing them play,
right?
You know, the reality is that it's all fair. I mean, I don't know if you could really, fault a team for trying to give themselves an experienced edge, because especially in the semi-professional ranks, Dan, we see it all the time. The teams in the UPSL that win national championships are usually doing it with really experienced rosters and not so much built on youth. While it's a good mix in some cases, it's not always the case.
You will see that in a wide variety of these leagues throughout the year. They will play players that are out of college 1, 2, 3, even 4 years. At the same time, with the high level of club soccer with like MLS Next, National Academy League, Elite 64, or even on the girls' side with ECNL and Girls Academy, you will see high school age players maybe playing year-round with their youth club, but still getting some experience playing in these leagues before they ever graduate from high school. So you see a lot of these rosters are current college players, but you will see adults and even some high school students as well suiting up.
That is out for a corner. I believe that's the first corner of the night here for the Flint City Bucks. Very dangerous on-set pieces. We'll see Mateo Brasso from Toulon, France, take this corner kick from the University of New Hampshire. Handball is there close, done it, playing it back a little bit. This one is fire, and that goes in. That is shot from Arnston, number 15. It's 2-0 in the 24th minute.
Russell takes that corner kick, sends it into the mixing bowl. The ball kicks back out, and Ola Arnston, University of Wisconsin player, tucks it home in the 24th minute.
And we can take another look at that one. That, again, coming in off the corner, played right back. On that far side, Arnston was all by himself and fired that shot from about 25 yards out. Here it is right now on your screen. Look at this, Dan. I mean, so this ball is being, obviously this is assisted by Brossel. It's played right back and just fires this. I mean, and it just happens to just catch Hardchick off his line. And in the back of the net, it will go. It's 2-0 here in favor of Flint City Bucks.
Inter Detroit failed to mark Arnston up. He had plenty of space. He takes the touch or two, and he just rips one from a good 24, 25 yards that caught the left side of the goal. Flint City Bucks up 2-0. They've 6-1 overall shots advantage thus far. And 4 shots on target, 2 find their way in the back of the net. That's great ratio when you have 4 shots on goal and 2 into the back of the net. You still have a good 20 minutes plus stoppage time left here in the first half.
That we do, is that goal again coming in the 24th minute. And Flint City having 2-0 lead as this ball is shot up and over.
Both of Inter Detroit's shots in this game not on goal. Gerardo Fonte, the goalkeeper, got to make a save.
It was taken by, I believe, Evan Baker, number 27.
Baker plays over at Saginaw Valley State University. Grew up in Frankenmuth, not too far to the north, about 25 miles northeast of Grand Blanc.
Entering the match, 18, Irvin Castro.
Scored a lot of goals during a 4-year varsity career at Frankenmuth High School.
Up that far side and makes its way out. Look at that. I mean, Dan, most high schools would be lucky to have really good turf field. And then look at that scoreboard. I mean, my goodness, that thing is huge. I remember watching Friday Night Lights. They want to get that, the Globotron, right? That was their big thing back then. I mean, that's something you might see in a professional stadium.
Entering the match, number 26,
Grand Blanc.
Baraka Candia.
Community schools, they spared no expense in terms of what they've been able to do here on campus the last 3.5, 4 years. If you ever get a chance, drive through the parking lots, look at all the different, fields on this campus. You look right here just beyond, that is the swim and diving's home. The Bobcats, an auditorium, as an A off in the top, there is a concession stand over there as well. There's a gate to the back parking lot.
You can see it. Jimmy John's has made your sandwiches with love since 1983.
Another player down for Inter Detroit.
Freaky fresh.
I believe it's Smuddick. That it is. Andrew Smuddick again from Livonia, Michigan. And this is a friendly, so in the whole big scheme of things, this game doesn't mean a whole lot. But, obviously, Inter Detroit, you've had a struggle this season. You're trying to find your way. Again, you haven't won a whole lot. You've won one game, right? You're 1-4-1 on the season. You've got 4 points in the Midwest Premier League. You're currently sitting 8th in that league, a league that you've grown accustomed to being successful in. And that league is really growing and taking off here in the state of Michigan.
West Premier League will have an affiliation with the League for Clubs in 2026. That was announced a couple weeks ago.
I mean, Dan, I knew about it already, though.
Yeah. The press league is a little bit vague. We'll see how that all plays out here in the next couple of years, how that affiliation
You see as Evan Baker takes a spill. He's fouled. Look at the Great Lakes East Division again so far. So there's 17 teams in total in the Midwest Premier League. And the Great Lakes Division is an East and West. We have the privilege of covering Michigan Stars and Detroit Badgers from that league in the East, and then we have the privilege of handling the Holland Rovers and their broadcast. But look at football currently sitting atop that table. They got 13 points, just 1 point ahead of Troy United, who's only been in that league for 2 years and finding some success now recently as well. They have 12 points in their first 6 games, so they're doing really well. Michigan Stars, who finished second last season, are 3 points behind the current league leader in liquid football with 10 points. Futsal Factory has 9. FC Pontiac, a newcomer to the Midwest Premier League, and United Women's Soccer currently sitting in 5th with 9 points. And Cedars FC is in 7th. Jaguars currently sitting in 7th. Up that far side now, here comes Rambalt. Rambalt looks to put this across, and another player from Inter Detroit going down. Ultimately gets up.
A little bit of a stinger. Ball deflected off that Inter Detroit player. Looked like,
I believe it was Smuddick again.
Smuddick. Rolled an ankle after that. Cross went off.
So we'll see another corner kick. Corner kick number 2 as this one comes in off the corner. Hits off the woodwork, headed off the line. Another opportunity, but this time right into the hands of Hardchick. I believe that was Worthmuller who put the head in. It was. So this ball comes in. Look at this. He was as open as you could be with the head. Just could not get over it enough. And ultimately does not go in the back of the net.
You're watching, Flint City take that corner kick. It's bent into about 3 yards out. They get 3 shots off of that corner kick, unable to score, but Inter Detroit not marking up very well on those set pieces.
No, they are not, as another hydration break getting underway here. Again, good time for us to get another read in. NSN Game Rewind brings the past to life. With full commentary and dynamic graphics, relive your favorite games with a professional broadcast experience, just like what you're seeing here right now. You have a game from the mid-'80s that you'd love to have that done, or hey, even a game from a few weeks ago. It doesn't matter. All we need from you is just the video footage, and we can make it happen from there. All you got to do is just scan that QR code to learn more about this program, or, again, call us at 586-304-4405 today. You talk about this recap of this first half so far, Dan. We can talk all day long, but the scoring summary so far in this one, in that 10th minute, Jack Roman getting on the board. Again, what a great shot that was. And then in the 24th minute, Ola Arnsten getting on the board as well.
Both of those goals, a ton of pace on those shots. Second one came off a set piece, a corner kick. It is hot, close to 90 degrees at kickoff here, just about 7:10 p.m.
It's not that bad.
But
it's not that bad. We used to play. We didn't even get water. It's like we didn't even get water, Dan. I remember my coaches. Now, obviously, times have changed.
Yes.
They would run us until we would puke. But that's
I remember those days.
Yeah, that was definitely something that we did, and not anymore. We live in a whole new world. I mean, to be fair, we've been covering games all across the country for the last 3 weeks, and in every game, regardless of how hot it is, we have water breaks.
I think a lot of these leagues are recognizing that.
I feel like the referee is he's hobbling here a little bit.
The referee's going to make a substitution.
I think we're going to see a referee change. Yeah, so referee is going to take a seat. And
you don't see this. I don't care what level of soccer. You do not see this very often, where a referee has to go over to the sideline, get checked out by the trainer.
Fourth official is going to make his way out, and here we go. Remember the fourth official. We'll put that graphic back up on the screen here. Jerry Valentine is your center official, but Walter Centino maybe running over to take us. Yeah, we're going to switch it up. So the assistant referee 2 maybe is going to maybe take the switch. This might be one of those moments where it's like, I don't know if I want to hop in the middle, Dan. Maybe we don't. Maybe you can have this one.
Walter Centeno was enjoying sitting at that table on the east side of the stadium, enjoying not having to run up and down the field in the seat. Now he has been given the call.
Is there still attending to the center referee, who maybe will make his way back out on the field? Traditionally, yes, at the professional levels, you will see a referee and a fourth official make that change. But we're actually seeing now is the assistant referee is running into the locker room. So it looks as though the fourth official is going to possibly take the flag, and the assistant referee 2 will possibly become their center official. So going to go grab his whistle.
But all in all, this is definitely going to add a couple minutes of stoppage time here at the end of the first half. I believe that one of the officials ran into the locker room probably to get a whistle.
That's my guess.
My guess is he didn't have a whistle in his pocket. He wasn't expecting the head official to roll an ankle here. You can see over there.
I'm curious if we actually have anything from our producer, Corey Bird. I wonder if we actually have anything back looking at if when the referee maybe did something. We're quite sure. Yeah, we don't see that quite a bit. We don't typically see what we're seeing here, and if we see something, we'll let you know. Obviously, it happened right after the hydration break. So as soon as the hydration break happened, and then he came back out, it was kind of like immediate.
The referee hurt his knee, rolling ankle. Did he have a nasty?
Well, it looked like he was
cramp?
definitely. He was pointing to his calves.
Okay.
Yeah. So which is not uncommon in a situation on a day like today where it gets really hot. Maybe it's a cramp. Who knows? But either way, we can say, Dan, that we have still not seen everything.
I've seen this happen a couple times, but I believe I saw this happen about 20 years ago in a high school game.
No, I've seen, you've seen the fourth official step out. You've seen, you typically see, like I said, you'll see the transition between a center referee and the fourth. You see it all the time at the higher levels. But you've even seen fans come out of the stands and take on becoming a fourth official. We've seen it. They're pulling a fan out of the stand.
Might be licensed to be able to do so, and
yeah.
This should be a corner kick. It should be number 3 for Flint City Bucks coming up. .38th minute up on the scoreboard. We should see a good 5 to 7 minutes added on the stoppage time with 2 goals, a couple of injuries, including the official. We had a good 4 or 5 minute delay there. Looks like both teams making about 3 substitutions as well. Non-conference friendly, so I believe in a lot of these non-league games. Open substitution policy.
The ball comes in off the corner. Hartchick will punch it away. Zakemski will do a little battle. Now all the way back to Hartchick. They're just joining us here on this Saturday evening. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickert. We're live on the National Soccer Network on Roku TV and YouTube, as well as WNEM in Saginaw. I want to thank our viewing audience there for tuning in and watching this matchup here this evening. Flint City Bucks into Detroit in a mid-season friendly. Both these teams play in different leagues. USL League 2, where Flint City Bucks have won 4 national championships in their history. Won it back in 2006, 2014, 2016, and 2019. They've got 5 regular season titles, 11 divisional championships, and 4 Hank Steinbrecher Cups.
They've also have 2 North American runner-up, I believe back in 2000 and again in 2007. Several Final Fours. Last year they were in the Elite 8. They've been to that stage many times in the last 30 years. Amazing to think about. They started as the Mid-Michigan Bucks up in the Saginaw area. Back in 1996 was their first season. This is year number 30 for the Bucks.
Those the Hank Steinbrecher Cup championships were in 2017, 18, 19, and 2022. And the Flint City Bucks have been a gold standard of the USL League 2 for many, many years. And you'd have to imagine, Dan, with this player going down, I don't know if that was Smuddick again that went down. And Inter Detroit has had a number of players just go down here this evening.
4 or 5 times in this game, a player has dropped down on the turf. Catch what number that is.
It looks like number 39. Is that 30, no, 35? Not quite sure. Going to get a clean look at it.
Entering the match, 16, Liam Holloway, 10, Nate Booz, and 9.
Maybe some head-to-head contact from Ted's. I guess Gonzalez, number 35 from Brighton, Michigan. 41st minute. In Detroit looking for some anything offensively here. Not much to show for it so far through the first 41 minutes of this game. Up that far side. Ball put across and a touch and pushed aside by Fonte. A dangerous ball.
That was just Inter Detroit's third overall shot in this game, first on target, so they finally tested.
Yeah, Desi pushed it aside. Yeah, Fonte pushes it aside, so the first corner of the evening. Ball off the corner, goes wide. We talk about, Flint City, and with USL recently announcing a new first division league that will start up here in a couple of years and try to compete with Major League Soccer, you'd have to imagine, Dan, that Flint City definitely thinking about what that could look like for them. Flint City and what they're doing at Kettering University Atwood Stadium, obviously if you're talking about putting a first division team, second division teams in the area, you'd want to have your own stadium. But I would imagine that Flint City runs their team in this program like it's a professional team. The way they handle everything, they house their players, a lot of things that go on that put them in a prime position to be contesting for national championships every season. Question becomes, is it something that they'd be willing to pull the trigger on?
Right now, USL, they have that championship, which is their highest level, and then there's League One, which is kind of like a minor league to the championship. We're going to add yet another top tier here in a couple of years, see how this all shakes out. They're looking to get a formula where they can start moving teams up, moving teams down from that promotion relegation that you see in different parts of the world.
Switch to that far side. Settle down. Looking to play the ball over the top, and something you want to do if you're in Detroit is try to find some more possession, right? When you just keep giving the ball back, it's something definitely challenging for sure. Now the ball picked up, and Agard, number 22, the flag did go up, and now he'll receive a yellow card for taking that shot after the whistle was blown. No question the flag had gone up and the whistle had been blown. First yellow card of the match.
In the 44th minute to Flint City's 22, Kadeem Agard. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get a yellow card,
45th minute.
be sure to call attorney Nicholas.
Flint City Bucks enjoying a 2-0 lead here through this first half. Just outside the 18. Agard up this near side. Cuts his way into the 18. Slots it across the 18. Nobody there for Flint City. One back by Inter Detroit and a good slide.
A minimum of 2 minutes of stop time.
Really have anyone make a run to that far post.
It's Brossel. Number 26, Kania. Played inside. Good ball. Shot, and that goes up and in as well. Rambolt finds the back of the net, giving the Flint City Bucks a 3-0 lead here in the 45th, +1. But look at it here on your screen. Rambolt with the left foot.
Right at the top of the 18. Just found enough space. He took a pair of touches. No one kind of closed in, and he gets to the top of the 18. Uncorks a left footer.
He's been dangerous all game. finally finds a way to correct his shot and puts one, a beauty, in the back of the net and make it 3-0 here in favor of Flint City.
By number 12, Thomas Rambo.
In stoppage time.
There's a beautiful save by
That it was.
Fonte. Went full extension to his right.
Fonte using his range, able to make a really, really good save there. Only been challenged twice so far in this one.
At the beginning of the season, early May, Flint City Bucks had 3 goalkeepers on their master roster. Fonte's kind of been the number 2 keeper this year. Only had to make a couple of saves here in the first half, but talk about doing your job when your number's called.
All kind of loose. Now shot that sails up and over Mateo Brassel. The good chance for Flint City. Ultimately, again, sails high. The ball comes in off the goal kick. All played back. Detroit finding some success here in the later parts of this first half. Now Agard into the 18. That's finally kind of poked away. Worked defensively. Played back. Zakemski. Wanji. Back towards midfield. Referee blows the final whistle here of this first half. And Flint City Bucks score 3 goals in this first half in the 10th, the 24th, and the 45th. 45 minutes down here in Grand Blanc. You're watching a friendly between Inter Detroit and the Flint City Bucks. We'll step aside, come back after this. This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wengler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
The
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com. The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan,
Dedicated to player development through professional training.
Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent.
We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL.
We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching.
Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play.
Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination.
Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league,
Our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people.
register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th.
The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva,
It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16
with an early bird registration fee of $175.
if registered by July 7th.
Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University.
From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches.
Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment.
These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program.
Ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development.
Don't miss your chance.
Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wengler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS next new competition tier starting in September of 20.
Welcome back here into Dan Batchelor Stadium on this Saturday evening. We're at the half. Flint City Bucks have a 3-0 lead. Again, goal scored in the 10th minute by Jack Roman, in the 24th minute by Ola Arnsten, and in the 45th minute, Thomas Rambold finally finding the back of the net and get the Flint City Bucks a 3-0 lead. We're still at the half. Be back for more after this. This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins MLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com. The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to
Welcome back here into Don Bachelor Stadium. It's Flint City Bucks into Detroit. John Turner alongside Dan Stickrap. And first half was a good one, Dan. 3-0 in favor of Flint City Bucks. They found 3 goals there in the 10th, 24th, and 45th minute. We are live right now on the National Soccer Network on Roku TV and YouTube, as well as WNEM in Saginaw. As Flint City Bucks will take the second half kickoff.
Flint City 11-4 overall shots advantage in the first 45 minutes. 7-2 with shots on frame, 3-1 on corner kicks. Dominated at times in that first half. Geraldo Fonte just 2 saves. Jason Harchick, goalkeeper for Detroit, has 4 stops on the evening.
Well, Detroit will be in their all-black kits now, going left to right on your screen, and Flint City Bucks will continue in their red kits, right to left. Again, Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickred. Happy to have you watching wherever you're watching here this evening. Is Random Austin now getting involved in the chat. Ball played inside, looking to switch it across the pitch, and that was knocked out for a corner kick.
This will be the 4th corner kick of the match. Flint City Bucks, just a little less than 1 minute into the second half. Detroit has struggled at times marking up. The final third of the field, we'll see if they made any adjustments here for the second half of play.
Long corner kick will go out of play. Not sure if there was a change in goal for either side here at the halftime break. Up that far side, and out of play will go. One back into Detroit. Last touched off Brossel. It still stays on the pitch. Agard. Rambalt. Cross towards his near side. Tracking it down is Kania, and he'll have a fight with the corner flag, and the corner flag wins the battle. During the chat, we had obviously Matthew Kupala. Hey guys, as a Bucks fan, River Rats, an absolute Oakland County FC hater. Can you guys give a shout out to OCSC fan Robert Kerr and his morning podcast, the Morning Kick Around? If that counts as a shout out, there it is. As this ball is played into the 18. As Matthew says, I hate OCSC's guts and still think Robert puts on a great show. Him and Jason Davis lead that podcast every morning. It's grown. It's done a pretty good job, and so kudos to Robert Kerr and Jason Davis. I don't know if it's every day though. I believe it's 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, unless they have changed to a daily. I wasn't not quite sure. So that's ball played back by Kadua, and Flint will make its way up that far side. Right at midfield. Good ball up the middle. I believe we do have Jamie Berry in goal as well for Flint City. Good switch by Worthmuller, far side. Great ball, Rambalt, Zakemski. Zakemski pulls it back, at least tried to, and then right into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Bucks doing a great job of spreading the field, using the flanks, getting players all over the field touches.
Ball given right back to Flint. Cut back. Now Brossel. Brossel! It's blocked. Little back heel looking for Worthmuller, and getting pressure here from Flint City. Continuing on with that pressure. Ball pushed out. That was Agard. Zakemski. Rambalt. Dangerous left foot. Rambalt cuts it back. Now on his left foot again, and that one's fired up and into the street over the fence line. That's Jewett Drive, I believe.
Just 5 minutes in the second half. Flint City Bucks are buzzing all around that final third of the field. Just 2 shots and 1 corner kick thus far. They're looking to add another goal here, up 3-0. All 3 of those goals did come in the first half of play if you joined us late.
Ball is back with Flint City. Look at that. That's Rambalt was running on. Actually, no, it was number 17. I don't have a 17 on my roster, Dan. Maybe I'm just missing. I'm having a hard time catching these numbers, Dan. And
you talk
That's Rambolt, number 12.
Jersey numbers. There's so many players on these master rosters, not enough jerseys to give 30, 35, 40 players a different number throughout the season. Jerseys are interchanged.
So Janice, by the way, is in goal, confirmed for Inter Detroit.
The delicious way. A local staple since 1972, Big John Steak and Onion has grown to 16 locations in Michigan.
Current goalkeeper over at Lawrence Tech University down in Southfield, Michigan, an NAIA school.
They've had more success here over the years. So collision is Edwin Gomez Ruiz in on that tackle.
It's crossed in the 53rd minute.
It's Kania, now all the way back. Annual Dennis from Paris, France, goes to Oral Roberts University. All played inside. Good ball, Werthmuller. Flag did go up, though, for offside.
Offside, Flint City.
Second time this evening that the Flint City Bucks whistle for an offside player. And somewhat of a clean game, just 10 combined fouls in that first half. Excuse me, 7 fouls in the first half. Just 2 here in the second.
Goal was scored during that. We do apologize. As the feed paused up there for a moment, but Flint City continuing their scoring. We'll get confirmation on who scored here in a moment.
Came in the 55th minute, just a few seconds before the feed came back on. Just 3 shot attempts for the Flint City Bucks here in the second half. First on target results in that goal.
Goal was scored by number 28, Matt Zakemski. It was assisted by number 12, Thomas Rambolt. Again, that was scored in the 55th minute.
Flint City goal scored by number 28, Matt Zahemski. Assisting on the play, number 12.
It's a beautiful night for soccer, even though it's hot outside. Still a beautiful night nonetheless.
Considering all the rain we've had the last 3 days, you started to wonder if it would ever stop raining. Just to have that sun out. The temperature's a little bit hotter than what we've seen here in the last month.
All played up that far side. Pushed out wide. Now all the way back. Kadua. Werthmuller. Rambolt. Finding Werthmuller! And that one finds the back of the net. 5-0.
Flint City Bucks.
Perfectly placed pass by Thomas Rambolt. Muller there takes a quick touch, tucks it into the left side of the net. 4 quick shot attempts, 2 on frame, has resulted in 2 more goals here early in the second half. 5-0 in favor of Flint City. You can just see the way that they play. They move the ball around very well. They get a lot of players involved in their attack. They'll shoot from close range. They'll shoot from distance. You get a lot of these players not necessarily starting key games in the USL League 2 for Flint City, but they are getting the minutes here tonight.
They continue to roll on here as into the 18. Oh, play. That's a great ball. It was loose just inside by the penalty spot. And then a hard tackle. Not quite sure. Who was in on the tackle?
First foul of the second half against the Bucks. Just crossed over to the 60th minute here just a few seconds ago.
Rambold. Brossel. Back to Janis. Give him right back at that one-time shot, but that one sailed up into the road as well.
Flint City has come out of the break. They had that 3-0 halftime advantage, so they've been in attack mode here in the first 15 minutes of the second half. We just crossed into the 61st minute. Already 5-0 in total shots, 2 shots on goal for Flint City, resulting in a pair of tallies and 1 corner kick thus far in the second half. Just playing high pressure all over the field, forcing turnovers, forcing Inter Detroit to make bad decisions.
Wanja, and he will back heel, and Flint City makes their way up that far side of the pitch. Good ball from Dennis.
You can see it in that series the last minute or so, the way the Bucks move the ball. They're playing it back to their back line. They're switching fields. But they will quickly turn and start attacking, slot a ball down the middle or down the sides to get a shot attempt off.
David Sanders hopping in the chat, talking about the Flint Pride Raiser fundraiser going on right now, up to 19 goals. Head over to flint.prideraiser.org to help make every goal count in the month of June. The River Rats, the official supporters group of the Flint City Bucks. They've earned $684 for Flint Pride Fest. This ball up over the top, trying to track it down. Good defensive work. Brossel was there, as well as Xavier Galena. Now Galena has it. On his left foot, the ball is shot. It's deflected and will make its way out of play. Ibrahim Diamandi was there as it went out for a goal, a corner kick.
This will be the 5th corner kick of the match thus far for the Flint City Bucks. We just saw Xavier Galena take that last shot for Flint Cities from Imlay City. 25-30 miles straight east of Flint. Exceptional high school career over at Imlay City High School.
Comes a corner kick towards that back post, and Janice is there and makes the grab.
Of the 18 players that Flint City dressed for tonight's match, just 2 are originally from Michigan.
Flint City has it once again. Kadua. Switch to that far side. Kania. This ball goes towards that far side. Diamandi was there as this will make its way out of play.
Now the USL League 2, where the Flint City Bucks have called their home here for 3 decades, they do have a rule. You're not allowed to carry more than 5 players on your master roster from one college or university. So if per se you had some players from Oakland and University of Detroit Mercy or Akron or other schools across the state or Midwest, you couldn't stack an entire roster and bring in 12 players from one school. There is a cap of 5. There's enough talent to go around a lot of these pre-professional amateur leagues where you look at the master rosters, even the game rosters as well, and you'll see a wide variety of states, communities, high schools, youth clubs, colleges represented on these rosters.
Look at this opportunity now as Diamandi has it just outside the 18. Diamandi, it's blocked. Another ball, another opportunity. That one goes wide.
Ibrahim Diamandi, we mentioned Xavier Galena, the only 2 Michigan-based residents on the Flint City's roster here tonight. Diamandi grew up in the Flint area, currently attends Iowa Lakes Community College, with just a small handful of non-NCAA Division I players on the Bucks master roster. Flint City has 36 players so far on their team this year. I believe last year they carried 39 total.
Janice under pressure. Another giveaway. Number 1 back, though, by Inter Detroit. Really struggled to get over midfield in this second half. 67th minute, it's 5-0 in favor of Flint City. That's a dangerous tackle. Not surprised if we see a yellow card here. We will. Kania gets the yellow card. That's the second yellow card of the game.
In the books in the 67th.
Yellow card issued.
So Kadeem Magard, number 22, pick up a yellow back in the 44th. Here in the second half, it's been all Flint City Bucks. 8-0 in total shots, 2-0 with shots on frame. Flint City also has a pair of corner kicks, but they have dominated possession here in the second half, move the ball around very well.
Ball now played back. This part of the match is brought to you by subscribing to our YouTube channel for exclusive soccer content, live streams, highlights, and more. This ball is shot towards goal, goes wide. Stay connected to all the action by hitting that subscribe button. Don't miss out. Join the NSN community today. Full house here tonight in our studios in Shelby Township, Michigan. We're producing 46 broadcasts here today. It's a lighter weekend for us, as last week we had 60 broadcasts that we had to produce. Did 97 total broadcasts last week.
It's amazing. I think that's less than a month away till a lot of these amateur pre-professional leagues start their national tournaments. City Bucks rarely missed the postseason in USL League 2. And they got to the Central Conference Finals last year, which is the Elite 8, just one round away from the Final Four. They get to the Final Four back in 2022. North American Championship, and as recent as 2019, that game was played over at Atwood Stadium. Flint City Bucks regular home for league matches.
Ball played up over midfield. Good pass. Now looking for Diamandi. Oh, look at this giveaway. Now an opportunity. It's shot and in. Believe that was Kadua. It was Twinboa Kadua. It's 6-0 now in favor of Flint.
And that was all Kadua off to steal. He dribbles about 10 yards and then tucks a right-footed shot into the left side. Ian Janis, the goalkeeper for Inter Detroit, is forced off his line. Kadua has enough time and space to tuck one home, 6-0. Ninth shot attempt of the second half. All three shots on goal have resulted in goals here in the second half for Flint City. They have continued to dominate into this game. 20 total shots, just 5 for Inter Detroit. 10 shots on frame. Inter Detroit just getting 2 shots on target, both in the first half. So both teams making substitutions. There's a free substitution rule, so if you are subbed out, you can go back in. This is a non-conference friendly.
I don't like it, Dan. I think they should have to sweat it out. Just saying. Talking about in the first half. We've not had a hydration break yet. We had 2 in the first half. So maybe we will see one. I don't know. Maybe they're like, hey, it's gotten cooler out there. I'm not sure what the weather is right now in Grand Blanc as this ball is late into the 18.
The wind has picked up outside, but I'm not sure exactly how much cooler it was. 89 degrees at kickoff, about 7:10 p.m. So people are already complaining. We went from cool temperatures and rain the last 3 days to it being too hot. It's supposed to be projected 97 degrees. Various parts of Michigan tomorrow, which we think is bad, but I was talking to my sister who lives in the Phoenix, Arizona area, and she said it was 113 degrees a couple days ago, and she was mentioning you could fry an egg on the pavement. It gets pretty hot.
Couple more substitutions coming on here now for Flint City.
Detroit just has not had any answers in this game. Just 4 shots in that first half.
Look at this now, Diamandi. Diamandi goes just wide.
Beautifully slotted ball on the
Yeah, that's a great ball into the 18 and picked the pocket of the attacker Great work by Paul Yeboah.
Boa plays for the University of Dayton. You saw he kind of hightailed it back, reached in with his right foot. Great tackle.
Philpott was the one on the attempt there, but great defensive work by Yeboah. Now another shot is taken in. That one deflects on its way towards goal. Another corner kick coming up.
So Inter Detroit just one corner kick in that first half. Now they've had a pair here in the second half, less than a minute apart, around the 74th minute.
Ball comes in off the corner. Still just outside the 18. Finally cleared away. It'll stay on the pitch, though. Good work. Galeno looks to go inside, and a lot of green space up that far side. Another good switch. Rambolt put it back in towards the back post, and nobody's there. Now that's one fired is blocked on its way towards. That was Mwangi. Took the shot. Ultimately blocked.
Players got tangled up, so that was a free kick actually for Inter Detroit. Legs got tangled.
Ball goes over the top and stays on the pitch.
Detroit, they only get the ball on the move. They quickly turn it over. They've had a ton of turnovers in this game. Just no real consistency in terms of.
Oh, look at this fantastic ball. Diamandi unable to get a foot on that one. I want to remember coming up here on Wednesday night, Flint City Bucks versus Atlas FC U23s. It's an international friendly night as part of the All Chambers night. That game also will be again here on WNEM on Wednesday night. And then on Saturday, June 28th, Flint will return back to USL League 2 play for First Responders Night as they welcome in Kalamazoo FC. And then on July the 2nd, they'll be back at home again against Midwest United FC. That game kicks off at 7 p.m. on Kids Night at Atwood Stadium. Inter Detroit will continue their season as well. Again, we talked about how they are currently sitting 8th in the standings. And today is the 21st. They are back at it. On June 29th as they take on Legends FC. And then looking forward and looking into July. Very interesting schedule these teams have. They play again on July the 11th against Cedars FC. Again on Tuesday, July the 15th at Liquid Football. That might be the end of their season there, as it really becomes playoff time at that point, where the teams, top two teams in the Great Lakes will face off against each other. So the hydration break here just happening a moment ago.
So League 2 will start their playoffs in mid-July. 35 teams out of a record 143 in the league this year will punch a postseason ticket. There's probably been a couple teams that pretty much essentially qualified out of their various divisions across the country in the USL League 2.
Ramball, good patience from him. The ball cleared up and out of play. Just about 12 minutes to go in this game. Well, thank you for tuning in here this evening to watch Flint City and Inter Detroit. As Dan and I have talked about throughout much of this game in a non-league friendly.
Flint City was 5-2 in their league so far this season. This is their second non-conference friendly. Defeated Toledo Villa 2-1 back in the beginning of May. Looking to go to 7-2 on the year overall. 5-2 in that Great Lakes division. They're percentage point wise, they're just ahead of Midwest United. Midwest United is ahead in points with 18. They've played one more game than Flint City. That division of the USL League 2 has become much more competitive here in the last couple of years. It's going to be a dogfight down the stretch for coveted 2 postseason berths out of that 8-team division. Last year, Flint City Bucks had 33 points. Midwest United out of the Grand Rapids area at 31. City went 2-1 in the postseason. They won their first 2 matches before losing to Peoria City 1-0 in the Central Conference Finals. It was down in beautiful Shea Stadium at Bradley University on the west side of Illinois. Flint City Bucks is a longtime nemesis. They've had some great games in the last 30 years with Des Moines Menace, who are ranked #1 in the USL League 2 so far this season. Laredo Heat, which is in the NPSL here the last several years. They came back to USL League 2. They're 8-0, ranked 3rd. Remember Laredo Heat, the Bucks beat them in the 2006 North American Finals, and then the year after that, Laredo Heat defeated the Bucks in the finals that year. So talking about teams that have history in this USL League 2, which has had 4 names since it was first founded back in 1995.
The team at Greater Michigan Ortho utilizes advanced cutting-edge
expanded from 128 teams to 143 here in 2025.
Given away. Right in the middle of the park. Back out wide. Canilla. Little touch pass, Ramball. And able to get there first. Brossel. Lino. Ramball. Out wide. Good tackle.
Great ball movement by Flint City. Get the ball downfield. 7 or 8 different players touched it before the Bucks turning it over, and then they got it right back inside the box during this corner kick. Should be number 3 here in the second half, number 6 overall in this match, as we're now the 83rd minute of play.
Corner kick coming up here for Flint City. Ball kind of played in off the deflection. A much more dangerous ball after that. Now Reese, call foul.
Flint City Bucks would like to thank Big B Coffee, proud sponsor of the Big B Game Day Experience. Sign up for a chance to win at your Clio, Flint, Lapeer, and Burton Big B locations.
Cooled off a little bit in terms of the chances here in the last 13 minutes. The Bucks up 3-0 in the half. They added those goals in the 55th, 58th, and 70th minute. Just a couple of shots since they went up 6-0. Loving the 1 on total shots here in the second half for Flint City.
They continue to take their time and patience in the attack. Comments continue to come in. This game reminds me of me playing yesterday in our 17-0 win. Kania. Rambold looks to slot it across, now poked out. At the Capital, 100% look forward to getting our asses whooped by Atlas U23 next game. If it's anything the time we played Puma, it will just be a super fun time. Appreciate tuning in nonetheless. This ball comes in low towards that near post. Rambold fires one towards that back post, and wow, that one almost snuck over Ian Janis.
I think that was originally intended to be a kind of a chip cross into the box. It got high up in that breeze, kind of floated. Janis had to kind of backtail a little bit to snare that. It's 12-1 in total shots here in the second half for Flint City. 23 total shot attempts in this game for the Bucks.
Work around that back line. And for Paul Doro and the Flint City coaching staff, you know, you're just looking to get these players minutes, right? That's what this is all about. Again, your core team is back in Flint this evening. We saw the likes of Kedsley, who's playing a lot of games this season. We've seen Ellis Jones. Kadu has played in games. Rambolt as well. As Rambolt will look to take a shot from distance. That one's blocked. Wanji, player still down for Inter, and looks like a cramp.
Just crossed into the 87th minute, so a little less than 4 minutes plus stoppage time here at the end of the second half. Flint City complete control, 3 goals in that first half, 3 here in the second half.
I think it's called a balanced attack, Dan. What do you think?
Very balanced. And you know, I had a long conversation back in early May with Paul Doro, the head coach. And Flint City Bucks, they've always done a great job of stacking their roster, getting a lot of players from different colleges, not just across the Midwest, but across the country. Sometimes it takes time to blend. You have to see who your top 11 are, who that next best 11. You bring in 30, 35, close to 40 players. Some guys might not get a ton of minutes. Usually a lot of younger guys that are just out of high school, maybe just heading off to college in the fall, or maybe do 1 year of college soccer. But he said this team has a ton of explosive, a ton of speed, one of the faster teams the Bucks have had over the years, and they've had some fast players like Malik Henry. The last 2 years he's with Toronto FC2.
Inter-Detroit substitution.
MLS Pro 2 League, just one level below the MLS.
Number 6, Edwin Gomez.
A lot of track and field type speed up and down this roster. A lot of players who could finish. And that makes it very difficult in terms of you're trying to mark up a team like Flint City, because Flint City has had a couple games where they went ice cold and couldn't finish. They had lost 2 games in a course of 6 days earlier this month. It's the first time in several years that's happened, but they do have a lot of players collecting goals and assists this season. They've used league play. Close to 30 players have got action in those 7 games this season.
Mwangi likes to go to that far side. Ball put towards the back post. And this near side. Slotted top of the 18. Ramball took the shot. Randy Mossy says, thank you for the awesome stream, Mr. Turner, Mr. Dan. Best callers out there. We appreciate that. Hoping they give us a call for the World Cup. Ball makes its way into the 18. We're officially stepping into the 90th minute right now.
I think with the World Cup coming up next summer, the rights are reserved for individuals kind of like Alexi Lalas, some of the other veterans. So Mr. Lalas will be here in mid-August. The North American Soccer Expo is coming to Michigan this summer. August 13th through the 15th down in Novi. Alexi Lawas was added to the list of presenters. Jonathan, you are one of the few dozen presenters in that festivities as well here, just about 2 months away.
David Saunders says, I agree. Love NSN is this ball's play. Look at this. Is Galena, and that's blocked on its way towards Janice. It'll trail out. I agree. Love NSN. Hey, Aussie, is there a way to watch your games online? David Sanders says, I'd vote for you to announce for the World Cup. Well, that'd be. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be awesome, right? Could you imagine just being able to do that? You know, that'd be cool. That'd be fun, Dan.
I've had a chance to call some national finals in the lower levels of soccer here in the last 3 to 4 years. But
I think I could call Messi's name. You know, let's be honest. I mean, come on, that's easy, right? You know, all you gotta do is say Messi, right? And enunciate at the end of it as this ball comes in off the corner and out. It'll go again.
It's been the 9th corner kick of the match here for Flint City. We just crossed into the stoppage time here, less than a minute ago.
The ball is put back in towards the back post. Oh, look at a bicycle attempt. I believe that was Agard who the bicycle attempt with his team up 6-0.
Flint City has not taken their foot off the pedal in this game. Inter Detroit's done a better job. They've had about 6 block shots here in the last 20-25 minutes of this game, but they have just not been able to create much. They had 4 total shots in that first half. 1 here in the second half. They had 2 shots on goal in the first half. They've had 3 corner kicks, but just unable to get anything going in this game.
No question about that. Waning moments of this game. I can't imagine they're going to go full stoppage here, Dan. I mean,
it's a non-league friendly. It's hot out. You don't want to have a player go down with an injury and miss the rest of the season and end up missing, you know, the college season as well.
Picked up. Rambolt. Agar making a trillion. That's a great ball. Look at this opportunity. It's stopped by Janice. And here comes Inter Detroit now on the counter. All played over the top and misread. See the frustration there from Mashai Reese. And that is the final. So Flint City Bucks travel here on this Saturday evening to Don Bachelor Stadium. Not their typical home team as the kids rush the field here in Grand Blanc. But Flint City Bucks find a way here tonight to win 6-0.
Gerardo Fonte and Jamie Berry share the clean sheet tonight. That's your number 2 and number 3 goalkeepers this summer. A lot of reserves getting tons of minutes here tonight for Flint City Bucks. They've dominated this game. 28 total shots to 5 for Inter Detroit, 6-0 up on the scoreboard. That pretty much says it all. Flint City dominated just about every possible category on this hot and humid June evening. Scoring 3 goals in that first half, 3 goals in the second half to walk off that pitch with a 6-0 non-conference victory.
About that, I want to thank you for all for stopping by here this evening. I want to thank our WNEM viewers here this evening as well. Thank our production team, Corey Bird, our technical director, and alongside Dan Stickret. I'm Jonathan Turner. We appreciate you being a part of this tonight. Flint City Bucks coming away with a 6-0 victory here. Goals being scored in the 10th, 24th, 45th, 58th, 55th, and 70th minutes. And the final score here again for one final time, 6-0 in favor of Flint City Bucks. We'll be back at it here on Wednesday night as the Flint City Bucks host an international friendly. Atlas U23 is coming up here on Wednesday night. From Grand Blanc, Michigan, have a great rest of your Saturday evening. So long, everybody.